Well, I'm joined on Sky News by Kylie Minogue, pop star, actress and campaigner, master of many talents. Thank you much for joining us here on Sky News. 26 years since you first released a single in 1988, still at the top of your game. How have you achieved that?
How have I done that? Persistence. Persistence. I love what I'm doing. I'm passionate about it. And actually right now I feel reinvigorated. You know, I'm really excited about this new album, and I feel like it's new beginnings for me.
Talking about the sexualisation of the pop industry, a lot of people look at Miley Cyrus. She's been accused of poisoning young girls with some of the material that she's produced and her twerking. You were famous for your gold hot pants in the 1990s. You didn't face any of that kind of backlash. Why has it changed? What do you think has changed?
I admire people like Miley, like Rihanna, you know, girls that are they're quite unapologetic about what they're doing. Is it too much? It depends on what, you know, your personal taste is. But she's definitely a scapegoat for what might be happening in the broader sense in pop music.
She does get a hard time because nobody doubts that she's talented, but she seems to get a lot of attention for perhaps the wrong reasons.
Well, let's not forget there's always been sex, drugs and rock and roll. But, as you say, the guys seem to get away with it.
There is a need for good role models for young people. In the UK, we've got Prince William, Prince Harry. I know you performed with them at the Jubilee. Do you think of them as good role models?
I love them. I absolutely love them. And performing at the Jubilee was one of the highlights of my career. It was amazing.
And baby Prince George and his parents, Prince William and Kate Middleton, or the Duchess of Cambridge as she now is, will be going to Australia, your homeland, and New Zealand in April for a 3-week tour. Do you think the Minogues would be turning out to welcome them?
Maybe. I'm not even sure if I'm there then. I'll be there in spirit. I think this young generation of royals are just cool. They're dedicated to what they have to do, but generally people love them, myself included.
You're obviously used to lots of media attention, cameras everywhere you go. How do you find that?
You know, sometimes I don't mind it, to be honest. If they're respectful, that's cool.
Do you find them respectful here in the UK?
Some of them. I don't want to tarnish them all with the same brush,
But not all of them?
No, definitely not all of them. And it can sometimes make you feel like your house has been robbed or something. It's a weird, like they've taken something from you because, again, some of them, not all, but some are really nasty, like really nasty.
In what sense?
What are you going to get?
What they say to you or the way they approach you?
Not so much what they say to me, but, you know, you can't see where you're going. You're going to fall over. They're trying to get unflattering angles, get you getting in or out of the car. And the weird thing is, especially if it's nighttime, but sometimes in the day as well, you don't really see their faces. So you can't even think where you want to project sometimes your anger or your frustration. And it's a slightly different story, but I remember years ago, I was walking home from somewhere. I was walking down my street alone, and 2 guys leap out, you know, hoodies and all of this, and I didn't know they were photographers. I'm like, what's about to happen? And it was totally fine to just be leaping, kind of harassing me, and I just thought, I don't, that's what I don't get, that any young woman, maybe it wasn't that young, any woman walking down the street, surely that's
not threatening.
Well, it feels threatening, yes.
And to be a long way from home then, from your close family, is that one of the reasons that you talked recently about loneliness, about it being one of your biggest fears? I mean, many people would be surprised by that.
Is it because they're there? It could be part of it, but I think it's something that's beyond that. It's one of my things that if I was to become kind of, you know, melancholy, or I definitely have moments where I'm even quite morose, you know, everyone has to do it. You have to go down sometimes. And, I can feel quite lonely. Even if my family was around, I think my my job and my lifestyle is not something that everyone can relate to.